Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be making this okra and Ukpaka soup, or ugba as some people call it. So this soup is just a soup that you can lick on its own, or you can have it with any other thing, fufu, rice, or anything that you. So I'm going to start this without wasting time, and I hope you enjoy making this or watching this and making it for yourself. So I'm going to be cutting my okra now. As you can see, ensure you have or you buy okra that is fresh. Fresh okra is always the best to use so that you can easily cut it. And I like cutting it with knife. I want it to be really chunky. So as you can see, this is chunky okra. I'm cutting it to be quite chunky, as you can see. So once I'm done with the okra, I'm going to prepare my other ingredients, and I'm going to be using this red bell pepper today. So all I did was to deseed it, and then I'm going to wash and put it into the blender, cut it into small pieces, as you can see, and then I'm going to add other ingredients. That's my onions and also my habanero pepper. So that's the hot pepper that we use. Yes, this soup is really good when it's hot, but if you don't like it hot, you don't need to put the pepper. So I'm going to be adding them, and I'm going to blend them to be just roughly chop them. So it's not going to be blended into a puree, but just roughly chop it. That gives the soup a nice look too. So that's my blended ingredient here. As you can see, it's just roughly chopped. And the next thing I'm going to do is to start cooking. So I'm going to be using my red palm oil. So I'm adding my red palm oil in my pot. And then I'm going to be using iru. We all know our iru. Mine is frozen because it's from the freezer. I normally store them in the freezer. So taking it just straight from the freezer into the oil, but it's still fine. So I will allow it to fry for a bit, and then I will add my blended ingredients into the pot. So I'm just frying it around and allowing it to cook for about a minute or two, and then I'm going to be adding my crayfish. I'm using ground crayfish. This is just a fast meal, so everything is easy. And then that's my seasoning cube, which goes in. Stir everything together. And then I'm going to add my Ukpaka. This is Ukpaka as we call it. I'm from Anambra State, so it's Ukpaka. Other people call it ugba, so it's either of the two. Either you call it ugba or Ukpaka. So that's what I've added now. So the next thing I'm going to do is to add my seafood. I'm using some seafood selection that I bought in the shop. I'm going to show you the pack. That's it here. It's just a selection of seafood with squid rings, prawns, and every other thing inside it. I got this from the shop, so it's really quite easy to just put in. If you don't have this, you can use anything you like. If you want any protein you like, can be okay. If you want meat, or you can also use fish, anything, or you can use chicken if you want. But I think I prefer this because they're all small. You chew everything all together. As you're eating, you are just picking everything, and it all comes together in the pot. So that's it in here. And once I've put it in, I'm going to be putting my water now. And see, I'm not adding a lot of water, just a little bit, and then add again, or just a little bit of water. I just didn't want to add too much, just added enough to allow my soup or the ingredients to simmer a bit before adding the final ingredient. So I'm going to cover the pot. Yeah, I added my salt, as you can see. so you can always check for taste and then add your salt and allow it to simmer for about 3 to 5 minutes. Here we go. It's boiling, everything is coming together, and that's it here. You can see the seafood okra soup, or my okra lacha, is coming together now. This is really quite an easy meal to make just for yourself. If you're on a weight loss, it can be good for you too if you like it, but generally I just eat this to keep fit. I am not watching my weight, just I like eating healthy and keeping fit. So you can see I've added my okra now. So once I add the okra, I'm going to stir everything together, and then I'm going to cover my pot and allow this to simmer for about a minute or two. I don't want the okra to be too soft. I want it to be crunchy. So if you are still watching now, I hope you enjoyed this. Please give me a thumbs up. Also leave a comment, and also share this video if you can, please, so that this channel will grow. Support this channel to grow, as I will say. And here, that's our soup here already. That's my okra and Ukpaka soup, okra and ugba soup, okra lacha, whatever you want to call it. But that's it here, and I'm adding a little bit of crayfish again, just for taste. Once you taste and you feel you want to add some, yeah, I just added some crayfish at the last minute again. Yeah, they say Igbo people like crayfish. Yes, we like our crayfish. It gives taste to food. I prefer using that to artificial ingredients. If you notice, I don't use much of the artificial ingredients, so the crayfish gives it a very good flavor. And here, that's it. Thank you for watching, and hope to see you in my next video. Bye.